Gordon, send Lowerhouse to save the house. Come on, the house!
Hey, Gaz.
How are you doing? All right.
Oh, Gary's there. He's there. We can hear him.
Bleazard's on. He's out of frame.
Out of frame.
I'm not sure why, but he is.
That's very directorial.
Yeah. How have you been, Gaz?
Yeah, I'm all right. You?
Yeah, not so bad. I've not seen you for ages.
Like, you're wrapped up. I know you feel cold a bit, Joe. But
yeah.
Is it a bit bleak up there?
Really blessed, is it? But I had cold.
We've managed to dodge the showers for junior training. It's
all right.
It's been really strange weather. It's been boiling hot when it's not been raining, and then it's been absolutely piling down. But there's a bit of a wind tonight.
Cool.
Yeah. But how was your holiday, Gaz?
Oh yeah, that was a few weeks back. But yeah, no, that was interesting. I can't say fun because of the obviously subject matter and stuff, but yeah, bit intense, very interesting if you're into that sort of stuff, which my daughter is. But
well, I don't know what you were doing, Gaz.
Oh, sorry, it was all Belgium, Holland, France, battlefield tours, and
all right, wow,
all that sort of thing. Yeah. If you've seen the series Band of Brothers,
yes.
It sort of follows that story from Normandy to Market Garden in Holland, and then down to Battle of the Bulge and all the siege of Bastogne and on the border of Luxembourg. We didn't go quite as far as Eagle's Nest. That'd have been some trip. Yeah. But yeah, we're into that, and so we did a bit of stuff on his own, and we had a guide for a couple of days, which she sorted out, and he was sensational. This Dutch guy obviously just knew any question you asked him. So yeah, it was eye-opener. It's different being there than seeing stuff on TV and all that. Absolutely. Yeah, brings it all on.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a really valuable experience, if that's
the
right phrase.
Yeah. I really hard to describe when people say, "Oh, you had a good trip" and all that sort of thing. But yeah, no, I'd recommend people do. There's so much interesting. You think you know a lot about it and stuff like, and you don't scratch the surface really in terms unless you speak to people who really know what they're talking about and listen to that sort of thing. So
yeah.
But yeah, we were all right. Good, thanks.
Good, excellent. Well, as I said, I've not seen you for a while, and there's been some, I would describe, poor comms through our podcast chat to try and organise stuff.
That's all right. There's a lot going on.
But it's like Jez's in John O'Groats or something like that.
Yeah, I think he's in Scotland at the minute. Is that right? I think.
He is.
Yeah, is he? What's he doing there?
He's doing the North Coast 500.
Oh, nice.
In the van, yeah.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but
it's
across east to west, across the.
It's just like a cycle route right in the top bit.
All right.
So they go past where.
Is he cycling it?
No, it's in the van.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's motorbikes, not.
Oh, it's motorbike. Oh, okay, right. He doesn't have a motorbike though, does he?
Oh,
you can
it's like camper vans now do it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. I think he won't have signal.
No, it's happened as well. If we're not up to scratch, he'll play havoc. He'll do it right balking, won't he?
Yeah.
Adam says he checks list subscriber numbers to see how many have dropped off when he's not been on.
So obviously, and Beneduce is away as well. He's in France. That's right, isn't it?
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah,
absolutely. It is supposed to be nice in Nice, though, isn't it? I think. Well, I know people have gone. It's lovely.
They've gone to Saint-Tropez. I think they're going to Monaco. Yeah.
Yeah, that suits Dooch.
Yeah.
You just imagine him sauntering around in a.
Yeah.
Which one? So obviously that means that me and Gaz are in charge of this informal podcast. So this is the Housecast. Welcome. This is the cold opening that I described, Les. Fantastic. Gaz is here. We're going to talk about the games from last weekend because I think we did the others the week before. We've got Blez on the podcast. How are you, Blaise?
Very well, Joseph.
Fantastic. How was All Stars?
Chaotic.
Yeah.
But good.
Okay, that's good. It looked... Now, how many did you have?
55 to 8-year-olds.
Right. And it looked more organised than my session with 10 children, which wasn't great. But it's really good. Hi, Stan.
I'm interrupted.
We're doing a podcast.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I just get me?
Of course you can. I can get this. We won't edit this out.
Please,
Stanley?
Gaz says hello.
Joe Lowerhouse.
Yeah.
Hello, Gary. How are you?
I'm fine, Stanley. Hope you're well too.
Sorry for interrupting.
Carry on.
If I'd have known you were on, I'd have banged on the door first.
Oh, thanks, Dan. Right, so All Stars. There's on a Wednesday and a Monday now. There are lots of children here, and it's really good. Seeing all the All Stars and the Dynamos at the top, those that have made it into the teams already down at the bottom, and then people in the nets as well. So it's really good, and there's loads of people in the bar. We were going to record in the Lowerhouse Point. Gaz, you've got to come when you come up. When are you next up?
We're just trying to work something out, but it won't be long. Yeah,
Oh,
I've seen the
fantastic.
photos. Looks interesting.
Yeah, you can come and see the Lowerhouse Point. It looks great.
Yeah.
It's really good. But that was full where we were going to record, so we're in the umpires' room, which is, better than what is now the storeroom of the West End room. Gaz, have you been following the games at all?
Yeah. I caught some YouTube stuff, but seen the games. Yeah, it'd be good to hear your takes on it all.
Yeah, that'd be no problem. I thought as in like an initial starter for us, because as I've said multiple times, I've not seen you for a while. What's been your assessment so far of where we're at?
I think just a little bit stuttery, if that's the right adjective.
Yeah.
Clearly, still putting quality sides out and stuff like that. And the different, couple of people who we expect to do just constantly top draw things. It doesn't always happen, does it? So, but when the others are stepping up and contributing and things like that. So I'm sure when everybody gets back to firing, it'll be, look out everyone. So, but yeah, we're second in league. Still in the Worsley Cup, yeah. Doing all right on T20s, so not a lot to complain about so far, is there?
No, not really. I think that's probably a fair assessment, Blaise, isn't it?
It feels a bit strange that we've got to June, and the season doesn't really feel like it started properly.
No,
it's a bit strange.
Yeah, but do you think that's partly because of the weather and?
Yeah, and missing training because of the weather.
Yeah.
And sort of games being a bit strange. We've not really got into a pattern of it's like wet, but then wickets can be dry.
Yeah.
It is strange.
It is, yeah. Because it certainly felt to me last year like we didn't miss anything. No. We didn't really miss any. We didn't miss any training sessions. We didn't miss any games. Whereas, I mean, I think it did. I don't know if I said to you yesterday, but I was working in Manchester and I set off a little bit late and I was rushing home to get back for training, and I got home and because it had been fine in Manchester all day, but apparently it like poured down all day in Burnley. So you can just means that you probably don't get into a rhythm that we probably did last year.
Yeah,
we're still in and around everything. So hopefully we can keep turning it up a bit, and we can.
Yeah. And we're there to be shot at this year, aren't we? After last season's performances and where we won the league and quite rightly got all the accolades as a team and individual elements of that as well. So people see it as the scout this year as well, and so subconsciously or consciously there's that extra bit of effort from the opposition as well. So yeah, I'm sure we'll be fine.
I think from the dressing room point of view, I think we've just thought we've not really nailed any games this year, have we?
No.
I think that the feeling is that we've done okay, but we've not really hit our straps yet. I'm still waiting the grind to become a good session and a good good day, and then roll into decent weekends, aren't we?
Yeah. I think that's I think they're both. I think they're both good points. You obviously it was. I mean, Walston have had a great start. I don't think they've lost yet.
Have they changed their playing staff this year, or
Not really. They've been. I mean, since they joined the league, I think they've been really consistent actually in the teams that they've had. I think they've made one signing from Middleton, that's a good signing. He's a good player. Tierney, I think James Tierney, he's a good player, so he'll add something to their team. And they've always been really strong, very competitive. I think they've won. I think they've had one rained off, but they've won every game this year. But they obviously have a strong home advantage as well because of they're used to playing at their ground and how to play there. So we're chasing Walsden at the minute, but I think Blez is right in that we've probably not quite put that 100% game together, but I don't think it's far off. I think we've been doing well, and as you said, Gaz, I think it's very fair that after last year where we ran away with it, really, nobody got close, that we're there to be shot at this year, if you like. So yeah.
I think the other good thing that's maybe by accident or whatever as well is one or two other players getting bled into the team as well. Maybe not getting the sort of battle bowling time, but actually just introducing those into that setup as well. Ollie and co. So I think that's for me always looking for that continuity and those because standings, etc. Obviously, we might come on to the twos, but they're punching above the weight in one sense at the moment, and had a really impressive start. Couple of setback games, but yeah, so it's good to see that those people get their chance as well through whatever reason, whether it's just unavailability or injury or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point because I think in previous years we've not quite had the same turnover, I guess, or we've been fairly consistent in selection. The people, there's 7 or 8 of that team that I was playing with when I started that are still playing now. So it's really great that we can expose some of those players that played in the second team into first team cricket, and they'll only learn from that and sort of get better. Chances are limited. You'll know that from when you played, Gaz. It's tricky sometimes to give people the right a go or whatever, but hopefully they're enjoying it and learning stuff and they can take that into the twos as well. But yeah, I think we can make a start on the seconds actually. I mean they've had a great start to the season.
Yeah.
As you said. And I think they're second in the league at the minute. They've had a couple of games where they've lost, but probably could have won. I think.
At the Littleborough game when we came back, and they said that they were disappointed that they lost that because they looked like they were in a good position.
Yeah.
And they've just let them sneak over the line 9 down. So it's not a catastrophe because they've got 5 points.
Yeah.
But I think they were disappointed that they'd lost that one. They got a bit turned over by the first team call-ups with one game that they got back, with people not available from the top end of the second team, then first team taking another 2 players that they were weakened in the one game they got thrashed at, I think. So
yeah. But then had a great winning against Haslingden this weekend. So Hasley are usually pretty strong, aren't they, in the second team?
Yeah, impressive result, that.
Yeah, and there was some really brilliant performances in that second team as well. Yanis Bolwell, I think took four wickets. Charlie Bittle there's a video thing on. He took a great one-handed catch at Gully. And the return of Jack Sim to the second team to get 40 odd or 50 odd. I can't know, 50 odd. Is always a welcome is always a welcome sight, I think, because he's such a good player.
Sharpie's got some runs, hasn't he?
Yeah,
recently?
Sharpie got some runs. That's
Which
good.
is good.
He's a good lad, Sharpie. We when we were it was Sunday, I think, because the thirds were at home, and we were walking round. There was me, Paddy, Keith, and Wado, and as we were walking around, this head emerged from the wall at the back, and it was Sharpie because he's massive. He must. How tall do you think he is? 6'3"?
Yeah, 6'3",
something like that. And his head just suddenly emerged from the top of this, and it looked like it was just floating above this above the wall. But it's great for Sharpie to get some runs, and hopefully they can carry on that run because they're doing really well. There's no reason why they can't challenge. They've got a lot of talent in there, and some young, and they're all fairly young as well. Joe Clark's 14, and then everybody else is in around the teens and early 20s, aren't they? So it's really good. So hopefully they can carry on, and we can sort of keep going from there. We can talk about the first team. Now, we obviously had 2 games last weekend. We had Enfield in the T20 and we had Haslingden in the league at home, both at home. So the league game, I don't know if you're here for the T20 game, Blaise?
Yes, I was watching, spotting for Dooch.
DJ. Yeah. Dooch was placed behind the sight screens for the DJ. So anytime a ball got hit, he was forward left, 6 out, and then we had to give him that information so then he could play his tracks. If he wanted. But Dan batted well in that game. Yeah. I think got 60 odd, didn't he? Played extremely well. And that sort of got us to, how many did we get? 160?
168.
168.
Yeah.
I think there was a kind of late. I should probably have the scorecard up. Of like who got the.
Did Henry get 20 odd at the end?
I think
Tom got 35, Dan 68, and then a few teams. Ben 18, Henry 14, not out.
Yeah.
Keegan 10, Shaukat 10.
Yeah.
So everyone chipped in, came and did a bit, and yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And everybody, kind of scoring at a reasonable rate as well. So nobody was really, but it wasn't an easy wicket to bat on. I think this sort of probably, I don't know if the sort of slower you went, the harder it got. It sort of dug into the pitch. There was probably a wet patch that was in the middle of that wicket.
Because we played on the same wicket, didn't we?
Yeah,
Saturday. We played on the same wicket Saturday.
Okay.
The weather just being horrendous.
Yeah.
Stan could only cover one wicket because it was just.
And the right wicket this time, Blaise.
Yeah. Don't go there. Waddle's still not happy with us.
No, not with
implying that it was in where it wasn't.
No, it was a curator.
Yeah.
So we played on it both days, didn't we?
Yeah.
And there was, as is ever with a lot of league wickets, the ends stay pretty dry, don't they? So anything full, you can still sort of get your hands through and hit. And there was just a sticky patch in the middle, but I think if you bowled right, you could definitely use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
Tom definitely did. Shaukat definitely did. Yeah. And Francois bowled. Francois actually was really unlucky. Really unlucky. There was a few chances off him, a few nicks and edges that went through. But it was as you say, Gary, everybody chipped in, and it was a good performance. And then
it looked like Ben sort of made the difference in terms of from the ball, and just looking at the stats, I didn't see any of that innings, but 3 overs for 9, probably just because Adam Bracewell's a pretty decent player, and if he's ticking along, then he can win a game on his own easy.
Yeah, definitely. Is that what with you watching, Blaise? Is that what you thought when they went out to bat?
Obviously, you know that looking at the makeup of their side, that if you got the pro out and you got Bracey out, likely be in a good position.
Yeah.
And Tom got a great ball to their pro to nick him off in front of his face, didn't he?
Mm.
So then it was just down, could we get
Bracey
out, and wherever we got him out, made the difference between them getting somewhere near or not. And he went on and looked like he could win in the game at one stage. Yeah. And until we got him out, they were probably favourites.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there.
And then I think once we got him out, then they, in some ways, they didn't really try to push for it, did they?
No, not really.
But that's where the figures might be slightly deceiving a little bit.
Yeah.
Towards the end, because they with about 5 overs to go.
So I think they just needed over 10s with 5 overs to go. They probably needed 55 guys. And then with 1 over to go, they needed 35. So
yeah, because I missed Shaukat there as well. He'd like 3 overs, 1 for 12, and obviously got Bracewell out. So those 6 overs for 21, 2 for 21 from Ben and Shaukat have sealed it. Looking at the scorecard, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Shaukat is bowling brilliantly in the T20s. I know he's doing well in the second team anyway. He's got a bit of an elbow injury. I don't know whether I can I don't know if I can tell the story about what he was doing with his elbow. Do you know this, Les?
It's not something of a problem. It's just how he is, isn't it?
Yeah. He's got.
It wasn't in a London nightclub where he's
no. Yeah, you just see a picture in Telegraph of Stokes, Atkinson, and Shaukat.
He's got a bit of tendinitis in his elbow.
Yeah,
and he can't really shake it off in any way, shape, or form. So he wanted.
There's Adam's graphic anyway for this podcast.
So he wanted to strap it up, and he just said, "Has anybody got any tape to strap it up?" So everybody's looking through the bag to try and find something. Nobody had it, and somebody found some fiberglass batting tape.
Just opted to tape his elbow with batting tape.
How tough that is, how sticky that is. Yeah. He started to wrap his elbow up with batting tape.
Dan had a Shaukat, you can't do that.
No.
Can't.
Don't flex.
Yeah. But he bowls brilliantly, and he's done brilliantly in the T20s over the past couple of years anyway.
Yeah.
And offers something slightly different. Bowling left arm leg spin.
Yeah.
Turns it both ways. He's pretty consistent, and he's been very handy with the bat as well. He had the important runs at Clitheroe. So yeah, it was a good. It was a really good win in the end. And some good performances that hopefully gives a bit of confidence moving into the next game, which we play Darwin Friday. So that'll be a tough game because they had a decent start in the T20s as well.
Put you on the spot, Joe and Blaise. Then could the first team play 3 spinners on a league game?
I don't see why not. I think. I don't know. I think there's probably something in the balance of the team in that because Hawkey's not playing at the minute, for work and different reasons. It can mean that there's a lot of load on Tom.
Yeah. As
the sole pace bowler, obviously Toxin Francois bowling as well, and then you've got two spinners. So I think they'll probably. I think they can bowl. I think they can have 3 spinners in the team. I think they'll just probably look at where they need overs from, I guess, and what they need and who they're playing against and that kind of thing. But I don't see why not. Guys. Did you ever have 3 spinners?
Not sure we ever had one. No, that's a bit unkind. Amateur wise, I think Ryan Esketh changed from a left arm sort of seamer to sort of slow. I won't call it spin because he almost kept it the same action and everything else, but he bowled like slower. Dave Worley, again similar left arm, but tended to fire it rather than flight it too much. sort of seconds. I think with Neil McSweeney played a bit. Obviously, Pinky played for a while. But no, that's where we missed. And with all due respect to those names, back in those days, if teams actively went for spin bowlers as pros, for that reason, that you just weren't exposed to it much at all in nets or in many matches, and whereas now they're encouraged, and there's a space for good spin bowling and right from a young age, etc. So no, it was always seen.
And there was probably the other thing, because you had Fleggs and obviously Corey Jordan in '97, they could also bowl 25 overs. From
well, that's right. I mean, there were probably about 10 years on the trot where I think, other than Motta, we had spin bowlers. Starting with Craig Light, again, probably not a spin bowler, but he came as an occasional right off spinner, and then you'd Fleggs for a couple of seasons. Corey Jordan, then I think with Motta at seam, and then you'd Yara for a couple of years. So all through those sort of early to late 90s, that was very much, and we were no different to a lot of other clubs in the league. You think there were like Mark Priest and Roger Harper, and I got even Shane Warne at some point. And a lot of clubs did go for, and they were effective because amateurs just weren't good enough. Other than the likes of Blaze, but routine regular players just couldn't cope.
And if you also we talk about Neil McSweeney and Pinky to a certain extent, it wasn't particularly helpful for them because you didn't need to bowl those bowlers because you had spinners who could bowl from one end. At least now you've got to bowl four bowlers of some type or other. They probably would have got more of a go and might have proved themselves worthwhile because they'd have got more of a go.
That's probably
only 10, 15 overs as well. So there were only 10 overs for somebody else to bowl if your pro was going to bowl 25 overs. So it wasn't easy for them to get a go, really.
No. And also, Jez wouldn't let Gary bring him off. So
that's it, yeah, no chance. So pro one end, Stan, last other 3-4 overs while they took a breather were like, Paul Stansfield, Matt Oak, Ryan Esker. No, all kidding aside, they were quality bowlers, so there were no reason to not make use of them. But yeah, that rule change and like the two divisions are probably like the standout significant changes over the last 20, 30 years that have been real positive things, to raise the standards and the opportunities in and around the league.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it means that you need a very strong core of good amateurs now, and you, as Bless says, you've got to have at least four bowlers.
Bowling fair share of overs.
Yeah,
they can't just bowl 10-10.
No,
10. You're not enough there. You've got to be bowling. Your fourth bowler's got to bowl at least 8 overs, or a combination to bowlers.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah. I mean, whilst we brought up Pinky, Gary, there's obviously we need to address something where we couldn't believe that you bowled 17 overs in a game, and so therefore we need to. And whilst we brought it up this week on the Housecast chat, WhatsApp chat thing, it's turned out to be true, Gaz. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, when you say we, you really mean Dooch, don't you?
Yes, that's well. I said yes. Adam will have to edit that out. A collective, Gary.
Yeah, no, I can understand why everybody was so like can't be true. Moment, I'm not sure I believed it myself at the time. Yeah, it was true. Game against Todd down at Lowerhouse, and Matt Hope, the specimen of fitness that he was, had tweaked one of his muscles and
gone through his blue shorts.
Yeah. Anyway, so he was captain as well at the time. So he just, I think I was at mid-off or something like that. He just tossed the ball to me like mid-over and said, "You have to finish this over. I can't finish it." And I think he didn't think about it almost. I think he was just like, I was nearest person to him. He just finished the over. And then I don't think I got a wicket like straight away, but maybe then the next over. And the problem was Pinky was in the side. This is where the whole story came from, obviously. Yeah. But he was blowing a gale from the car park end, and Matt was bowling into the wind because Martin Van Jaarsveld was bowling to the long boundary with the wind. Didn't want to get hit with the wind into the park, bowling from the park end. So that was like cannon fodder was put on at the other end for that. And I think probably Matt didn't want to like subject Pinky to. I think their pro was Brendan Nash maybe. And he didn't want to subject him to, miss hits into the school even or anything like that. So it was just a case, I think, of finishing the up. And before I knew it, every sort of 4 or 5 overs, I think I got a wicket, and ended up bowling 17 overs on the bounce, and then never another ball in the first team again, Joe.
No, it's remarkable. It's really remarkable.
I did feel a bit afterwards, bad for Pinky or sort of thing, because like he didn't get on at all. But like I say, Yarrow was bowling from the other end, and I think just where the wickets kept just falling, and we got him out for I don't know, just over 100 or something, and that was that. So, but yeah, I guess these days, they would put, you trust those bowlers and say you're in the team because you perform well in the twos and things like that, and you get a chance and things. So, but yeah, that's just the way it went.
Yeah. It was remarkable looking at it though, Gaz. On the scorecard, you had a real double take to make sure that you'd seen it right.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Right, we'll discuss the league game. We played Haslingden on the Saturday. There'd been a little bit of rain around on Friday night. Yeah. Saturday morning
it piled it down. Early Saturday morning, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, it absolutely piled it down.
Yeah, because it was sort of light drizzle when I was out running.
Yeah.
So, and it stopped after that. So I didn't realise it had rained so heavily until I'd actually got out. But I never thought that it'd mean we lost so many overs, Blaise.
No, there was obviously again we've got the big covers that protect the wicket, but they've got runoff on the wicket that they're trying to stop with the foam rubber to stop it collecting and running off and being damp, and obviously the real torrential rain had just caused a big spill off the covers, not on the wicket, but just slightly to the top side of the wicket. And the umpires weren't happy with it in terms of how wet it was, and it being so close to the actual wicket we were playing. They weren't happy to start on time because of that, and that was the only thing that was really fit on the whole ground.
Yeah, and credit to Stan because he was on his own and worked for quite a few hours to try and get it fit, forking it, sponging it, grass cuttings on it, loam, just to try and get it fit, and that meant that it was a 30 over game, and we batted first. Looked tricky to begin with. Do you say?
It seemed like it was seaming a little bit.
Yeah.
They've got 2 amateur sort of medium pace bowlers, haven't they, who are quite useful on seaming conditions.
Yeah.
And as usual, we looked to be positive against them, didn't we? And starting off relatively well.
Yeah.
Then wickets fell a little bit, and we had to slow down a little bit, I would suggest, wouldn't we, and be a little bit more sensible.
Yeah, I mean, I think it certainly meant that we kind of had to dig in, probably.
Not be quite as adventurous, possibly. We need to rein ourselves in a little bit, knowing that it was a little bit trickier than on good wickets.
Yeah.
So we weren't just as positive as perhaps after we'd lost those wickets.
Yeah, and that meant in the 30 overs we got to 160. I mean, it was, if you look at the scorecard, guys, everybody chipped in. It was
absolutely, yeah, good partnerships. Other than losing Ben and Johnny sort of at 50-ish, then there were good partnerships all the way down, and nobody seemed to get bogged down particularly. Everyone sort of kept going, almost run a ball, and yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Hen has moved up to the top of the order to bat at 3, batted well, really positive, ran well, I think. So that was good. Salpi batted well again. He's playing well, and Frankie was good as well, as he was, rotated to the strike, got on top of some of the bowlers, so it was good. And Johnny and Ben always started well as well. Johnny hit some brilliant shots, and Ben did. So I was, I think they've got a big score coming at some point. So
that was the only bit I saw of it, because I don't know whether the screen was playing up or whatever. So by the time he started, it got to about 30 odd or something like that, and then cut off, and I couldn't get back on again. So.
No, well, I don't think anybody could. So, I think there are troubleshooting. Is that the right phrase for it, Bless?
I think in the committee chat, it was maybe an Optus internet problem, wasn't it? I don't think it was anything to do with the club as such.
So, 160 off 30 overs required. I think we were relatively confident, Bless.
Yeah, the wicket obviously got a bit damper, hadn't it? It was a bit wetter down the middle. It was the odd ball was misbehaving. Again, like you said, the T20 a bit further up, it was okay. It wasn't playing up at all, was it? If you pitched it in a decent area, it was still coming through nicely. But anything short of a length, just short of a length to the middle of the wicket was a bit too pace, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. But what I will say is, I think this season Pat's been desperately unlucky.
Yeah. I mean, the first ball's always difficult when you're at slip and somebody goes to try and slap one and gets an edge. It just wasn't it. I don't think you're expecting it first ball.
Low down to his left, and so it's a tough chance. And then, to be fair, after that, Suddy batted pretty well, didn't he? It's a clean ball.
He picked the balls, when Paddy tried to sort of turn it outside off some that was slightly fuller. He just took his chance and hit well over mid wicket, didn't he? And played some decent shots off it, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean they had a decent start, and their pro looks. I mean, he's played Test cricket, but recently, so it looks like he's got a lot of time, Gaz, when he's batting, but didn't overhit, and Francois got him caught at square leg, didn't he? It was a catch by H.
Yeah, and he wasn't. Again, it was that just short of a length that didn't quite come through how we thought.
Yeah,
he gave it a real stare as he walked off.
I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine. And then after that, we bowled pretty well. Dan bowled well and took some important wickets, and Frankie bowled well as well as did Tops. And
they got
Ben.
They got really behind Ben, didn't they? And,
they did, yeah.
And then we tried to buy a few wickets, in terms, sort of setting the field in and out to try and attack, but also let them try and hit a few we perhaps didn't catch as well as we could have done.
No, but they're never easy, are they?
No. I was going to be a big question there, Blaise. Did we bowl them out, or did they sort of die chasing them, as it were?
Certainly in the middle of the innings, they sort of went for it.
Yeah.
They didn't hold back. And towards the end, they carried on being quite aggressive. Like I say, we gave them the opportunity. We were sort of had a bit of an in-out field to them, really, and they carried on having a go. Some big hits.
Yeah, there were some big hits, weren't there?
Off their lower order as well. They weren't shy at having a go.
No. Well, you say big hits. I forgot to mention this, Gaz. Bracey hit one massive six on Friday. It went over the clubhouse. We're playing pretty central. It went over the clubhouse into the middle of the nets at the back.
Stannis, he was, I wouldn't say running round, but jogging round saying, has that the
Solar panels.
Solar panels. I said, Stan, it's way more than
Yeah.
solar panels.
It went miles.
The only chance it would have been a solar panel, we might be on Hollyoaks.
Yeah.
Or,
And the other thing on that Blaze is Pat took a brilliant catch to get their opener out.
yeah.
Sort of diving full length on the boundary edge, quite low to the ground. And did he bang his head before it? I don't know whether we've got.
I think he just.
I think he did.
Yeah.
There was one chance before it that went over him, and as he was trying to get it, he sort of banged his head, I think. But it was a great catch to get someone who looked quite dangerous, didn't he, at the time? So it was a good win in the end. And yeah, so we play Darwin Sunday. At Darwin.
They've started. Again, they've started well, haven't they?
Yeah, they've started well.
Third, or joint second.
Yeah, I think they're close. I'm not as was a common theme last year. I've not actually looked at league table at all. So I think they're doing pretty well. They're always a decent team and strong team. I think they've got a good pro. So yeah, it'll be a challenge. So let's see what it's like. I think we've got the added thing where it's that, as we've said, Gaz, the weather's been terrible, but it's supposed to be quite nice at the weekend. So you never know what you're gonna get.
People have said their wicket this year has been
pretty good, haven't they?
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
For what it has been the last 3 or 4 years. So there's been lots of runs scored there, whereas I think we played there either last year or 2 years before, and we got the highest score, haven't we? And it was only like 160.
60, yeah. It was something like that. Yeah. And obviously Todd on the Saturday in the Worsley Cup.
Yeah.
So that'll be a good game because they're always a competitive, strong team, aren't they? So
we'll all round side, haven't they?
Yeah, good.
They have 5 or 6
bowlers and a good top order, haven't they, as well? So it'll be a good challenge, and hopefully we're up to the mark on it. So yeah, I think that's a fair assessment of everything. Excellent, grand.
And you got a T20 as well.
Yeah, T20. That's at Darwin as well. So we're away at Darwin Friday night, home to Todd, away at Darwin.
Right.
So yeah, and as ever, Blaise, no parking.
No parking.
So we're going to have to park. We're going to have to park further down. There's got some kind of beer festival or something. And I don't mind. Obviously, I don't mind. Whatever. But it's really steep up that hill when you're walking across. We've got 2 bags. We've got loads of bags to carry, Blaise.
Kit
bag, my own bag, the other bag, and I'm not very strong. So yeah, that's going to be no good. But did you ever play at Darwin, Gaz?
No. I played junior cricket there. They weren't in the. I didn't play when the league was expanded. No.
No. When they used to play junior cricket at Lower Darwin, have you ever been there? I think they were 4 pitches, but there was cricket pitch there. I guess it was like Townley. But I remember fielding there in the under 11s. I went to do my long barrier as you're supposed to, and it hit a bump and went over my head for 4. Paddy wasn't happy. Grand. Right. So, Blaise, thank you for coming on. That's really great. Obviously, this is a slightly different format to normal because it's not as structured as Jez would have it.
And there's no guess the winner, is there?
There's no guess the winner. Although, what if I put my fingers behind my back, Blaise, and you guess them? We'll see who wins. Gaz, anything from you?
No, sorry, Joe. You covered everything I think I was going to talk about, yeah.
Excellent. That's good. Well, at least it's kind of shown that we're not completely daft and we can do this if Jez is away. Although I do...
Yeah, you just don't need to make it too often, though. I think once a season...
I hope he's back soon so that he can organise it. But yeah, that's been the Housecast.
Just before we go,
right.
How many wickets did you get in your career, Gaz, in the league?
That's a good question.
Is it?
No idea.
Well, let's find out. You got 4 in that game, so it's quite.
Yeah, 4 for 50 on.
Yeah,
but 5 in the whole career.
That's correct, Gaz. 5.
I think I only bowled maybe 3 times in 10 years. So
well, you bowled 182 balls in your career.
What, 30 overs, yeah?
You bowled 104 of them in one game. 4 for 54. 1 for 24 was your other wicket.
Where was that?
That was at 1991. I have to find the game, but I'll have to get back to you. But then you bowled again. You bowled 12 balls in 1992, and then you didn't bowl again for another 7 years. I'm not sure what happened. It's a real damning indictment, Gaz, for you to come back in
Some people might say underused, Gaz.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, Blaise, to restore his bowling in the last year of his career.
It couldn't have been tied through batting, that's for sure.
Stan's bowling career was somewhat similar, but his bowling career sort of coincided strangely enough with him being captain.
Well, that's also true. We can get Stan's career. Stan took. Oh, Gaz, we're gonna go. We don't have a guest to winner this week, but we've got higher or lower. Does Stan have more or less wickets than you?
Oh, for God's sake, please be less.
It is less. Stan got 3 wickets, right. 2 for 50 in one game. Kenny, you only bowled for 2 years, I think, when you said he was captain. 1983 ball, 144 balls, no wickets for 117 runs. 1984, 168, 3 wickets, 100 runs, and then he didn't bowl again.
So even he stopped himself from bowling in his 3rd year as captaincy.
Yeah.
But I wonder, now, someone I always walk around with, how was he not playing in that game? Just a random game from the 80s.
Well, Blaze's bowling career, he only got a lot more wickets than me. I think he had a five for once, didn't you, Blaze?
Yeah, twice. Well, Blaze had it twice. He just twice. Yeah, fingered it then, if that's a phrase we can use on this podcast. Yeah. I was checking Iggy because Iggy's bowled in the first team. Iggy bowled 8 balls, but he did want to open the bowling for the second team, which is what he.
Dangerous was Iggy. He always used to tell us.
Blaise.
Well, speaking of Iggy and Blaise, then there's a good tale of we used to use Blaise just as a little bit of either partnership breaker or to tidy up a couple of overs at one end while changing the bowlers right, or whatever it might have been. And if it went well, then he got a few more overs. Playing Ramsbottom, I think it was Ramsbottom because Peter Sleep was playing. I think he was always sub pro. Anyway, so they're going like great guns, and Iggy's keeping, and we bring Blaise on, and Pete Sleep's never seen Blaise bowl before, so he turns round to Iggy and says, "Hey Brian, what's this lad do?" So Iggy says, "Oh, he wobbles it a bit, right arm medium pace. Watch out for his slow. Watch out for his slower one, and he has a decent off cutter." So I think first 4 balls went for 4. That were like Blaise done, 1 over, done and dusted. Thanks, Iggy.
Oh, excellent. We should get Iggy on again at some point. I'm trying to get Keith on, Gary.
Oh yeah, good luck with that.
But the first reason. What was the first reason he gave? He doesn't want to. The second reason was
washing his hair.
No. The second reason was something like if he came on, we'd all make fun of him. Stop, Blaise, stop shaking, stop nodding your head. We wouldn't. We had loads of people on. We wouldn't make fun of him. And then
he got some great tales.
Exactly. And the third reason he said was that that he wouldn't have anything to offer. He wasn't a good player.
Never.
Well, that doesn't make a difference, does it?
No.
He'd be great. So I'm trying to get him on, and even I've tried to get my mum to tell him to come on. So, but
we'll get a petition.
Yeah, we should get a petition. He'll likely ignore it, I imagine, Gary.
50 signatures, and he's got to do it. Then it's a law.
We could vote it in on like the AGM, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Constitution.
Brexit vote. Get
Keith on. Kegs it. Right. Thank you, Blaise, for coming on. Gaz, thank you for dialing in with us. It's been really great to see you. Hopefully we can we'll do the same next week. I think we've got another couple of weeks until Guess the Winner, Blaze.
Oh.
So hopefully we'll have a full quorum of people for that next one. But thanks for listening, and we'll see you again sometime. Thank you.
Stop.
Did I press record? All right, yeah.
Order! Send Morehouse to save the house!